This week.
このちょっと傷んで危うい匂いのするマグロをぶつけますよ。
Featuring immersive 3D manga panels, Sushi Ben is a VR narrative adventure game where you'll save a beloved local sushi bar from some dastardly landsharks. You'll meet with the colorful residents of Kotobuki Town, who will introduce you to many activities as you get to know them. Gain their friendship by completing tasks, and they'll accept an invitation to dine together to show support for the local sushi bar. Sushi Ben's been in the works for a long time, but it's finally coming to PlayStation VR2 this week.
寿の土壌、通称青蛇のアギトだ。
あんただな、カモメギャング団の縄張りを荒らしてるよそ者ってのは。クソ、はっしゃ、てめえ。
The Exorcist Legion VR Deluxe Edition is a complete collection of all 5 chapters of the acclaimed VR experience based on the Exorcist franchise. Investigate and exorcise sinister demonic entities as you make your way to a final confrontation with your darkest fears. We got confirmation this week that the PSVR2 version of The Exorcist won't be a free upgrade and doesn't have an upgrade path. I did complain on Gamescast this week about a constant stutter I was experiencing, but the developers have submitted a patch to Sony to address this, so keep an eye out for my review sometime this week before launch.
Cog in a colossal machine. And for a long time, I felt that way too. And then I met Jenny.
Point-and-click adventure RETROPOLIS 2 Never Say Goodbye was supposed to drop this week on PSVR2, but Perp Games announced on Thursday that they need to push back the release date by an extra week or two. When we get word on what the new release date is, we'll let you know.
What do you have to do with her?
I accidentally reported a few weeks back that Kid Pilot would be out on PSVR2 May 23rd, but as it turns out, the PSVR2 version wasn't being developed alongside the PCVR version and won't be out until later this year. Fortunately, it looks like it might be worth the wait as some of the early reviews have been surprisingly positive. While I was scripting PSVR this week, developer Beat Games posted this teaser on Twitter, announcing that OST 7 for Beat Saber is coming soon. Strangely, one of my more anticipated games, developer Cyan Worlds announced this week that Firmament should be shipping on PSVR2 this fall. They've been updating the game from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5, so hopefully when it gets here, it'll deliver. In case you're unfamiliar, Firmament is the next game made by the team behind Myst and Ribbon, so expect some beautiful worlds packed with puzzles and mysteries to unravel. Galaxy Kart developer VR Monkey is set to release their next original game on PSVR2 with Skyclimb, a first-person adventure that brings classic platforming to VR. You'll fling yourself from one cube to another in a single-player adventure spanning 65 levels, complete with boss fights and power-ups, plus a 6-player multiplayer mode featuring a ton of bots, challenges, and races. They're sending a build to Sony this week, so we should be getting a release date very soon. Submit to the judgment of the Taskmaster in glorious virtual reality. The hit TV show comes to VR and you are the contestant. Step into the world of Taskmaster, endeavor to complete a menagerie of challenges and extraordinary tasks, and get creative in how you solve them. The premise of Taskmaster VR is simple. Complete tasks and impress the Taskmaster. Sound easy? Well, it never, ever is. These tasks are taxing, and the Taskmaster is not known for being lenient. The PSVR2 version of Taskmaster is in development, but I wouldn't expect it to launch until sometime after the Quest and PC VR versions. Jump into an intense VR battle royale where strategy and skill determine survival. Navigate dynamic environments, scavenge for weapons, and outsmart your opponents in a fight to be the last one standing. Been telling you here without Parole for a while that CONTRACTORS SHOWDOWN was coming to PlayStation VR2, but this week the developer made it official on their Reddit AMA. No release date was announced and it's likely pretty early in development, but it's on their to-do list, which is great news. The PSVR1 remasters keep rolling in, with WINDLANDS 2 likely to be one of the next ones we see on the headset. Not only did CEO of SciTech Games John Hibben say in a recent interview that A, it's coming soon, B, it'll be a free upgrade, and C, that it'll achieve 1.5x super sampled resolution without reprojection, but the trophies also just went live this week. Beyond the door lies a barren landscape inhabited by strangely rocky heads. Here the maintenance and heavy lifting required keeps existence stable and temporal. You are a tourist, so don't do anything foolish. The utility room, which is more of an experience than a game, is now available to wishlist on the PlayStation Store and has a release window of this July. In case you missed it, there are currently 2 sales going on right now on the PlayStation Store, with plenty of discounted PSVR and PSVR2 games. Hubris is half price, Legendary Tales is 25% off, and if you're trying to stock up on old PSVR1 games, you've got a ton of options there too. Just keep in mind that the Indie sale runs until the 28th, and the Planet of the Discount sale ends on June 5th. The Binary Mill was a prolific developer on PSVR1 last gen, with awesome games like Gun Club VR, Mini Motor Racing X, and Rush VR. They even released some great games on other headsets like Resist, which is kind of like the VR Spider-Man game we've always wanted. But today I wanted to focus on Rush VR. It's a wingsuit racer, with each race starting with you and 11 friends jumping off a cliff and then soaring across valleys and through caves, flying dangerously close to obstacles to build up your boost meter. There are no other games like it, and I can only imagine how great this would feel with controller and headset haptics. So what do you think? Let the developers know if you'd buy this one again on PSVR2 in the comments below. Every week, our good friend Professor Lilith organizes a multiplayer meetup over on our Discord. It happens every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and this week we'll be playing 4-player action RPG, Legendary Tales. If you can't make this week's meetup, don't worry, it happens every Sunday at the same time. So make sure you click the link in the description below. Come join our Discord.
This week.